Greetings. Welcome to Movies and Chill with Zach and Dill. Got some guests in the studio today. As you can see, you can probably tell. Don't talk during the intro.
29 and Holden. What the hell is that?
Just wait. I'm doing the intro. Wait. We've got a couple guests. We're talking about golf because we're dressed to kill on the golf course today. To my left, your right, is Jesse Gaskell. We'll talk about Jesse here in a little bit. To Zach's right, your left, is Taylor Temple, back once again to rain havoc on the greens. And we've got our producer Brady is here in the building as well. So full crew today. We would love to talk about golf movies. Even if you don't want to, we're going to. So thanks for being here.
And there's more than one.
Roll that song.
Movies and Chill with Zach and Dill. That'll get my giggle box going.
Movies and Chill with Zach and Dill.
Our pets' heads are falling off!
Movies and Chill
Great Scott!
with Zach and Dill.
You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?
Movies and
It seems to run on some form of electricity.
Chill.
Well, they're sorry!
Zach and Dill.
Spartans! Prepare for glory!
The great Oz has spoken.
Movies and Chill.
Get to the podcast now.
Balls being spread out for everybody else.
A lot of kids like to go in the ponds. And
They end up in my bag. The ones I'm the guy that's
I said kids.
waist deep, just taking all the balls out of the pond.
Yes.
100%.
Let's clip that. Taylor said he's going to take all the balls that he
All the
wants.
balls.
Yeah.
We're going to go ahead and clip that later. But yeah.
I'm going to be famous.
Yeah, that's a meme waiting to happen right there. Anyway, so Taylor's been here before. You might recognize him, even though he looks incognito. He was on our conspiracy podcast. We were talking about flat Earth and all kinds of chemtrails. We got all kinds of rabbit holes we went down, but
Still,
I think we'll tap that vein. But maybe I don't know if we'll get to it, but you are coming back to tap that vein a little bit.
Yeah,
we're going to talk about that.
There's a lot left to.
We have to focus on like one thing at a time.
We got. Yeah, I know.
Way too much information.
He blew our minds. It took
I blew
3
my own
episodes to get.
I don't even remember what I talked about.
Well, by the time the third episode rolled around, I think we were a couple of conspiracies and drinks deep.
The
But,
fact that we
yeah.
held it that long was hilarious because I didn't even think about it the whole time.
I think at one point I said, push the other play button. But we got it. We recorded the whole thing. It was great. So before we dive into golf movies and such, this isn't like a top 10. I didn't do anything like that this time.
Is there even 10 to be in the 10?
I don't know that I personally have seen 10 golf movies. So no, I don't know.
Dude,
Have you seen 2?
You know how messed up it would have been? Remember my original idea? To make people pick a movie.
Pick one.
Can you imagine that? So
I didn't hate that idea, though.
That was what we should do, especially with this list. Is so great. I was telling him we should go, since I knew there was more movies out there than we could possibly imagine. It's like if he would have printed this out, put a number in, and randomly all of us had to watch one of these movies.
I don't even think some of these movies are like on Tubi. Like,
yeah.
I don't know if you can watch it.
I don't know if they're even.
These are definitely Temu. I said Temu. Tubi worthy for sure. I would not doubt. And you know what? That's going to be something I try when I go home. I'm launching Tubi, and I'm going to find some of these.
You're going to find one of these.
But what are we talking about? We all have material. I printed off the top 20. This is according to IMDb. Did I say the letters right?
No, yeah, I don't care.
I always mess that up, but I found their top 20. So there are, in fact, more than 20 though in this list.
Every single one of them scored higher than Snow White.
Crazy.
Wow.
Simple Jack 2. Is that what you meant?
Yes.
That's what you meant. That's what it's called.
Which is pretty bad because
some of
these look like they'd be horrible.
Well, listen, Addie's in the room too, so I do want to show some love to the singing parts because I think that was the only part of the movie that was any good. She can actually sing, which is too bad because it's a wasted God-given talent. But are we going to talk about Snow White?
No, I had to throw
in a row.
in there. That's
okay,
all.
No, that's okay. We've had our moments in the sun when it comes to Snow White. We're hoping for far better Disney adaptations in the future. Anyway, Yeah, so I'm doubting anybody in here seen more than 4 or 5 of these. Some of these you want to watch by yourself, not with the family.
I think I can give you at least 4
that you've seen.
Yeah.
Can I hear your list? Let's
I've
start
seen
with
I
that.
want to see people's list. I want to see people put in the comments what they got.
Yeah.
Like, what
Tin
movies
Cup.
have they
Yeah.
seen?
Happy Gilmore, Caddyshack. Well, Caddyshack 2.
Have you seen the sequel?
Yeah.
4% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
I've not
It
seen
was
the
like the first one. They were definitely trying to capitalize on it.
Yeah.
And I mean, don't be wrong. At the time, it was funny. It was just ridiculously funny. But
like, is there any returning cast members in the sequel?
yeah, Bill
Okay.
Murray.
Bill Murray comes back.
He does come back. Okay.
And so does
Chase.
well, Chase is
Chase?
in there, but he's just like he sells the place to this other guy.
Okay. Yeah, I've not seen that.
It's pretty ridiculous. It's the first time I learned the term wedgie.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
What about Rodney?
I don't know.
Is he back into
No, that I forget who the old guy is. That's the main character.
I think he was busy divorcing another wife.
Like number 3 or 4 at the time.
Yeah, he couldn't. He didn't have time for Caddyshack 2.
Yeah, I can only
I
see
think that's it.
4.
I think
You've seen 4 on this
Yeah,
list?
yeah. I mean, like obviously Happy Gilmore, Tin Cup, Caddyshack.
Oh yeah.
Legend of Bagger Vance.
I haven't seen
Fairway to
Fairway to
Heaven.
Heaven. I
That's
know.
the one.
Pass.
You gave rave reviews on that.
That was one I
before we started
circled
filming.
as. I didn't know that was out there.
And oddly enough,
He saved that to his watch later playlist on Tubi.
Those were the
Fairway to Heaven.
family friendly.
Not rated. Oddly enough, Fairway to Heaven. They kept that one under wraps a bit.
Greatest game ever played. Shia LaBeouf was in that.
Yeah. So
Not bad. I mean, classical.
usually when we talk about movies and such, whoever the guest is, usually I'm the one that's seen the most out of what we're talking about, just because that's all I do. I watch movies and stuff. But there are, I think, maybe 5 or 6 that I've seen in this list, and that's being kind. Some of these are just offbeat, off-color ones, but Tin Cup, Happy Gilmore, Caddyshack, Greatest Game Ever Played. And I did see a little bit of A Gentleman's Game. I didn't see the whole thing. And then Bagger Vance is actually one of my favorite movies. It's kind of a hidden gem. People kind of trash that movie. And we can talk about that later. But that would be my list, because I haven't seen Caddyshack 2. I haven't even seen it. I didn't even really give it a chance. Looked like one of those things. Like I'll never see
4% though.
I'll never see Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah.
I'll never see, like, there's certain sequels I won't see. I'm very sad that I saw Zoolander 2. Like movies that are, like such classics that they're like, you know what, let's try to make more money. And then it turns out that was a horrible decision.
Yeah, for sure.
So anyway, what we like to do, segments that I love to do, and we need to like give this a name or a jingle or something, but random things that I think about. This is always something that
It's literally every time you say that.
I know, but
do you want me to start putting it up on the screen?
Random things.
It's like just right across the screen.
Yes.
Okay, I'll do that.
Something. It should be something.
It would be like the breaking news, right?
Yeah.
With like,
Yeah.
But it says like
It's usually
random
do
things
that.
I think about.
I was thinking more like a segment, like things I think, something silly like that.
Okay.
But
Like the more you know.
yes,
But
yes,
random
Perfect.
things.
like
I
the
think
Reading
about.
Rainbow.
Yeah. Okay.
That fit Zach more than me, but that's all right. I have some things. I have some thoughts.
All right.
And these are usually the funniest clips that we have. I'll be honest with you. When we talk about these random things, it gets us going into such weird
It's
places.
definitely random.
The first random thought, and this goes under the profound category. You tell me how. Maybe we should get a couple drinks in, but this sounds profound to me. The number of people older than you never goes up. That might just make sense, like obviously, duh. But just think about that statement. Like there will never be more people older than you. Like it's always going
Diminishing.
down. It's going down. Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of in the same lines of that the oldest person alive today, all the people that are on this world outside of him did not exist at one point when he or she also existed.
So you just went the other way with it.
Wow, right?
But yeah, that's profound. I just thought that
there's a point in
that
time
was outrageous.
where they were a part of a world that was the entire world was a brand new population.
Yeah,
It was an entirely new population than what it is today.
This came
That's
about when I thought about. I was talking to some students about Dumb and Dumber, and the thought occurred to me that they don't even know what Dumb and Dumber is at this point, and it made me sad. It made me so sad.
Dude, you're so old.
Yeah, and I was thinking about how old that makes me, incredibly old, and it doesn't matter how many quotes. Like, thank God for Jesse, because I can quote Dumb and Dumber with Jesse over here. But
So it's like
they
quotes
didn't
of
get
Dumb and Dumber just
Yeah,
right over
like,
their heads.
Yeah,
Does that hurt your soul a little bit?
It does, because when I said to a kid like big gulps, huh? Like, he had no idea what I was talking about. Nothing.
I had a couple kids that were talking about Dumb and Dumber, and they were like, "What was that movie where they taped the bird back together?" And I was like, "That's the only thing you caught from that movie."
Yeah.
Great part. Not going to deny it, but
pretty
Lots of
bird.
great parts, yeah.
Pretty bird.
So you're saying I got a chance, right?
And then in that scene, she's like,
Pills are good.
Who are these sick people?
it's the gas. You forgot to pay the gas for that.
Yeah.
You need to culture your kids, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, do you guys still do like TV days and stuff? Remember like how good it was, like when you like saw that TV that was rolled in on the cart, like the feeling you got of like it's gonna be a great day today.
There's just a big screen TV mounted on my wall.
Yeah,
that's the culture we have now.
You don't just get to roll it in anymore.
And
like,
none of them appreciate it.
Excited.
None of them appreciate the TV.
Yeah.
I'll do you one worse. They on free days, like the day after we did the state test, the iLearn, I said, you know what? We're not going to think too hard today. I got a little worksheet for you to kind of chew on. In the background, I'm going to throw Wreck-It Ralph on for you. I just thought, like what a day, like for me as a kid, I would have loved that. Nobody's watching the screen. None of them. Because it's not instant. It's not right now.
Yeah.
It's got to be right now or they don't appreciate it.
Well, everybody's probably, while you're doing that, they're probably like, they don't care about Wreck-It Ralph.
If I turned on Mr. Beast, they might have.
To watch Wreck-It Ralph.
They might have appreciated Mr. Beast.
Kids wrestle there going.
I'm not gonna lie, dude. I watched.
Why do you put cartoons on for us?
Yeah, I mean, the ones that did appreciate the movie, I only had them for 3 minutes. They were just like,
You know, it reminds me of Back to the Future too.
What about it?
Remember when he goes into the kids don't know how to play the arcade game, and so he goes up and shoot. And it's a gun shooter.
Oh yeah,
and they look at him and they go, "You got to use your hands." That's stupid.
That's stupid,
dude.
That's exactly how I feel sometimes.
So
for sure, that's a great analogy. But I was thinking about how old I was, and it made me think about like there's nobody older. There's no more older people. Like it's not getting bigger. That went over like a ton of bricks. Let's move on to the next thing. I thought that would be more like a wow. I thought I'd get a couple back pats on that one. Like wow, that was such a good.
I gave you a beard stroke.
Did you?
Yeah,
I missed it. By the way, I have to mention it on the air. I knew when you were coming. I said he's going to wear that hat because I said wear golf attire, and I thought what would a bald guy wear?
Oh, you had to call him out like that.
Wow.
Dang.
No, I'm
trying to
jealous.
keep it under wraps.
Yeah,
I was trying to keep it under wraps.
Put it on. You're like,
hey guys, by the way, I don't have hair.
No.
Let me
What's
back
bald
up.
guy put on his head?
Bald
What are these
son
guys?
of a-
Not even bald,
Get off the
shape, like manly dude over here.
Like Mr. Clean.
Oh, now it's
Look, see?
it's a little
Look
long
at-
today. It's a little long today. So.
Yeah.
You would
Wow,
expect
he's growing
him.
it out.
You would expect him to have that hat on.
Put it back on. Put it back on. Go.
It gives me the what's the trainer in Rocky? What's his name? No, not
No,
Paul.
Mick?
Mick.
Mick.
It's giving me Mick vibes.
Okay.
Yeah, like come on, Rock, get in there.
That's right.
That's who I'm thinking of right now.
Because
Okay.
I'm bald. Wow.
It's not Mick wasn't bald though. It's not
No.
because you're bald. It's just that tough
I mean,
guy.
yeah, I said you were bald, but that's not what it meant.
Yeah, but
Right.
but when
I was actually going for like Payne Stewart. Classic.
Yeah, that's right.
Good
dude.
golfer.
Okay.
Bald. All right.
Bald.
Cue ball.
That's what we got out of it.
Okay.
It's
Pool sharks.
we're all going through it. I just said we're all older than we thought we were. So, this is a stupid one.
Can't wait.
Yeah, it's stupid because I don't know if maybe this is just me. When you bite your tongue, you guys ever bite your tongue when you're eating?
Yeah.
You ever think to yourself, I've been doing this for X amount of years. How am I still biting my own tongue? I should be really good at chewing at this point.
Yeah, you know what's even worse, I feel like?
Tell me.
Like harder to accomplish, and I did it the other day, like 3 days ago, and I still have the sore. My cheek.
Oh,
How do you bite your cheek?
How do you do that?
How does one physically like get their cheek in between their teeth enough to bite it?
I got you one better.
Oh,
Have you ever bit your finger while you're eating fries?
Yeah.
No.
Have you not?
No.
Okay.
I've
I
said
laughed at, I saw a little
That
kid.
sounds like
Well,
fat kids.
I feel you. I feel you. I'm
No, that's probably it. But no, the only reason I say it is because I
We're
watched.
gonna get canceled because I said fat kids.
No.
Is that a thing?
I don't know.
I have no idea. I watched a little kid do it, and I thought it was so funny. I'm like, how the heck do you do that? And then I did it one time, and I was like, first of all, I can't believe how hard I bite for a fry.
Yeah.
Like that's like
You don't have to bite that hard.
Right when you bite your tongue and stuff, you're like, why am I biting that hard? Like
How different is your fat finger compared to a French fry?
Well, it depends on where you're eating.
I'm just asking. Like,
There's
it's,
no different.
what
There's
you
no
just
different.
described is a very simple thing. Like, I
Yeah.
would anticipate you would do that more often than not.
Dude, he's got like
I know.
steak fries fingers, bro. Like
Steak
these are like
fries?
these are like I don't know. Like
Yeah, there
these
should
are
be
like
no
Burger
reason. I
King
bet
fries.
you're right.
Listen,
There
listen.
should be
You're
no
talking
reason
like
I do
Red
Burger King
Robin
fries. Yeah, like
I'm
like
not
some
one.
people got like steak and shake fries, like the real skinny.
What kind of
like,
fries do you
fingers? I
have?
mean, like
You don't
he's
want to
got-
pull out my
he's got
fries.
steak
Again,
fries
we're going to get
fingers.
made fun of again. These are crinkle fries.
Oh god!
Straight up. These are bad. I'm telling you. These are crinkle fries. Straight.
That's the one that got
Hey.
left in the back of the air
That
fryer.
looks-
Forgot about
I'm telling you.
That looks
You
like-
guys didn't know what you were in for.
That-
Bald and crinkle.
Oh wow!
That looks
I'm
like
telling
he bites his fingers all the time.
Oh yeah, dude, he bit that like
Like, he's like,
really
"Ah!"
good. That's
Well,
what crazy
I'm telling you.
Yeah, to sew that thing on several times.
Crinkle
Oh
fries.
my
Oh
goodness.
my god, he's got one.
I shouldn't have-
He's got one of those strong
Finger
hands going
fingers.
on there. Man. Be careful.
I shouldn't have written down anything about your tongue. I should have just said, what kind of French fry is your finger?
That's right. Wow.
That would have been a more profound thought. Brady, what are you rolling with? What kind of finger are you rolling with? Talking to Mike.
Like if you had to compare it to like a fast food French fry, like what's your finger?
What do your fingers look like? I was making fun of Zach, but honestly, I've got fatter fingers than he does.
I don't
so.
know. Maybe Wendy's, maybe?
Wendy's
Ooh,
fries?
that's solid.
You got a
It's the
little
middle of the road.
You got a little sea salt on
A
there?
little bit.
That's a solid
Okay.
fry.
Okay.
It's a classy fry, dude. That's
You can't beat crinkle fries.
No,
Yeah.
you win,
you guys
Jesse.
asked for it.
You got.
Who has crinkle fries anymore? Does
Arby's.
Arby's does crinkle fries.
I mean,
right?
not only do you win, you probably have a GoFundMe that just got started.
Please,
Just for
please,
you.
Please.
I'm just glad you don't have like Chick-fil-A fries. That'd be weird.
Chick-fil-A. And I had to
That'd
think
be
about
real
it.
weird, dude.
I have to think about it. What do they look like?
Waffle
Chick-fil-A.
Waffle fries.
Oh, the
They're
waffle fry.
Yeah.
Well, it's like webbed hand.
Yeah.
Like a webbed hand. Ugh. It's like sauce with that.
Yeah.
Oh.
I apologize. You guys are going to eat your next crinkle fry and be like,
No. There we go.
fingers.
No, I'm not
I'm
gonna.
just gonna keep.
I'm not
my
gonna
hand-
not eat
I'm
my
gonna eat them with
fries.
a fistful so I don't bite my
Yeah,
fingers.
I don't want those.
I'm just gonna go. Jesse.
Says-
Oh.
We just had April Fools. I'm violently shifting topics.
Okay.
We had April Fools, and I, in my old age, have started to look at headlines. I always look at headlines anyway, but I look at headlines and how they're biased and how they're always wrong. April Fools, I wrote this down. The one day we think about the truth of news stories is April Fool's Day. Think about how profound that is.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna really think about that because it's true. On April Fools, I read every headline and I was like, is this true? But most people do this. They just read a headline and they're like, that's true. Or like they wouldn't have put that if it wasn't true.
Right.
And like we've had plenty of conversations about this. Like that they're misleading you in some way or another. But the April Fool's ones are like fun because it's like which part of this is not real. But I thought that was really profound.
April Fool's in and of itself is conspiracy.
Dive in. Let's hear
I'm not
it.
gonna dive just yet, but I'll give you surface
Can
level.
you dip a toe?
We can dip a toe.
Can we get a toe on this?
So you know why they call it April Fool's? Because April technically is supposed to be the start of the year. That's when everything blooms, everything becomes new again, right?
Are you going to get into
Supposed
the
to be
Gregorian calendar kind of thing?
Yeah, we won't. Like I said, I'll just give you a surface level, something to chew on, something to go look up for yourself. But April
Give
Fools,
me a Jesse finger worth of things to chew on.
Bring it all the way
So
around.
I'll just leave it at April Fools is named April Fools for a reason. Like they're fooling people because we believe that the new year starts in January when everything's at its like coldest, most dead. But April, when everything comes back to life, is the true new year, right? Everything is new. Everything comes back to life. But we've been celebrating the actual new year the way it was celebrated for a long, long time ago. They've shifted, and now the new year that should be April 1st.
Yeah.
Is now they use it for an April Fool's Day because we don't celebrate the true New Year on April like we're supposed to.
Okay,
so
you put a toe in. You put a toe in, but
that's all you're getting, man.
I got you. Get up to the kneecap.
Oh, dude, that's a
like I got to know like what is the purpose?
This is a golf show.
What's the reason?
Guess what?
We were talking about crinkle fries. Don't tell me about golf.
That's fair. So we'll save this for the next.
You're really not going to tell me?
Okay.
All right.
I got to leave you with something to come back to.
Okay.
So the next conspiracy podcast, because like you just said earlier,
it's coming back.
We didn't even get to finish like hardly anything.
It's coming back.
And that was like a 3-4 hour shoot.
It was.
Okay.
We had a great time.
Now you've got something else to lead into the next episode. We will talk about the actual New Year and the meaning behind April Fools.
Cool prank, bro. Good job.
That's right.
That was a good prank.
April Fools.
In May, the start of May. That's not the right time. We did it wrong.
Yeah.
That was all my profound thoughts for the day. I don't know.
They go the way you thought.
See, they never do. They never do. Like, here's in my mind, when I was writing this out, in my mind, I'm like, okay, these three. The older people, that's going to have a good conversation. And then I thought April Fool's Day, that's definitely going to get like, and then I thought biting your tongue, that's a stupid thing. I shouldn't even mention it. Biting your tongue is the funniest thing we've talked about so far.
Yeah.
And we really didn't even talk about biting your tongue. Like it ended up being about what kind of finger you have.
Yes.
Related to French fries. 100%.
So, did it go the way I thought?
As the world turns.
But that's okay. What is, in your opinion, what is the greatest golf movie?
Caddyshack.
Okay. Jesse?
But I'm only giving, that's a 50-50 shot for me. So.
You have 1 in 2 chance.
But that's just a classic, I feel like.
I'm going Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's almost Happy Gilmore. Done.
My favorite one is Tin Cup.
Tin Cup's pretty good.
Yeah, I like that.
I've never seen it.
Really good.
Is it like a drama? Is it
comedy?
Drama?
There you go.
Comedy.
Okay. It's really good. It's a good movie. Kevin Costner's real good in it.
Brady, what's your favorite golf movie? Have you seen any?
I would say Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore?
Yeah, okay. It's a solid choice.
I'm torn between Happy Gilmore and Bagger Vance. I guess it depends on my mood. If I want to see a comedy, it's definitely Happy Gilmore. Caddyshack's a close second. It's a really good comedy golf movie, but
I'm just a sucker for the nostalgia.
Yeah,
nostalgia will get me every time.
The quotable.
It might not even necessarily be like honestly like a better movie. I just think I like the fact that it's an older movie. It's the nostalgic tie just draws me into it.
What makes it a good movie is like if you can watch it any time.
Yeah.
You can watch it any time, it's a good movie.
Yeah, like we can pop it on right now and still enjoy it. But the same can be said about Happy Gilmore. Like we pop in Happy Gilmore, I'm still gonna enjoy the heck out of that movie.
Well, let's just cancel what we're doing and just turn on a movie. Yeah, we should just do that. I think those are all good choices. What makes golf interesting? Because there aren't many. Like it's not a genre all by itself, really. It's kind of a niche.
Well, I feel like a lot of like these movies was just so happened to have golf in it, but like they were gonna try to do everything.
Yeah, like Prius Hysteria 3.
Yeah.
Does anybody ever remember, just a real quick side note, does anybody even remember those movies?
No.
Like with the small, fake, little dinosaurs?
I didn't know they had 3.
No, me either.
I knew they had 1.
I never seen
I knew they had 2.
But I liked that third one, the reason it's a golf movie, because it's at a miniature golf
Because it's
course.
at a putt course.
Well,
Yeah.
now that you mention it, the font is familiar.
Yeah.
Like as a
I've
kid,
seen,
I
I've
remember
seen
seeing
the first.
that font.
I couldn't tell you what it's
You
about.
don't
but I
remember
remember
the
seeing.
tiny little.
I never
they
saw
hatched
them.
them out of eggs, and they had
No.
like the little dinosaurs, and they would like trying to keep them a secret so the parents didn't know. So you don't remember any of that?
I don't.
Oh,
I don't.
man.
But you're right about 3 being like not a golf movie.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Only
It's just-
golf
yeah.
related,
It's
like
not
is
a
the fact
golf
that
movie.
that chick is wearing the same hat that
Yeah.
Jesse's wearing, my grandson, or whatever. Jesse, right?
Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I just met him just like 5 minutes ago. I just wanted to-
Yeah.
Like, can the camera see that there? See, they got the same hat.
Yeah,
the only golf.
Zach's
Same
got graphics too, so
Yeah,
Same on the cover is his bald head. Is
there you go.
She's got hair flowing.
But
Yeah.
hey, if you're gonna
it's
point,
part of the hat.
if you're gonna point out the hats,
Only
oh, you might want to point to that guy
Yeah,
instead.
there you go.
That's,
Wow,
there you
yeah.
go. That's a better
That's a
comparison.
better comparison.
Right
okay.
there.
No, hold on. That picture alone, like I didn't even think about Prehysteria 3. Like I was thinking about this picture right here. I've never seen Two of a Kind, but I don't want to watch that movie just because of how atrocious that cover is.
Dude, that guy looks
Do
like
you
he
think?
hates.
Wait. Do you think this person's IQ is just lower than that?
Oh, my
I mean,
It kind of looks like
I
it,
thought
doesn't
the
it?
same thing.
is it early enough to talk about that? Did the kids go to bed? Can we say that he has some kind of something there?
Like that's
I gotta watch what I say because I want to be very specific.
Well, no, it's okay.
Like,
I
is
don't
that
know.
what the movie's
Wait, let me-
about?
wait,
That's
wait.
what I want to know. Or see, because here's the
Two
thing:
of a kind. What
Here's
are
the
they
thing.
two of a kind in?
2 chromosomes that are short. I didn't, something's not right there.
I'm trying to read it.
Listen.
Grandfather and grandson.
Before everybody assumes I'm making fun of someone with a brain issue, that's not what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to say if the movie is about that, like the kid has
Synopsis, it says a grandfather and grandson forge
Forge.
one of a kind bond, laughter, love, and a little golf. You know,
you read that how it probably was meant to be read.
Yeah,
That's
for
actually
sure.
very good.
For sure.
You should do commercials. That was good.
Speaking of that kind of thing, you remember golfing with Glenn?
Yeah.
You know what he said?
What did he say?
Do you remember it at all?
I
He goes,
probably do when you
oh
say
no,
it.
it wasn't him. It was
Was it Josh?
Josh. Do you remember that?
Yeah, now I do.
Okay, I was trying to remember
Josh
who
was
said
talking
it.
about his grandfather.
Yeah, because he was like,
Go ahead,
he
say
was
it. Tell the story.
We're out there golfing with him, and all of a sudden he's telling. I think he mentioned something before about it was his grandfather.
Yeah,
His
we were
grandfather.
talking about his
helping
grandpa.
him golf, right?
His
and then
grandpa
he goes,
taught him how to golf,
but he goes, Grandpa taught me how to swing, and then he died.
and
That's how he said it,
that's where he left the story.
and he stopped.
Hey man, he's to the point. Okay,
But that's what was so
No
funny
BS.
because I just stared at him like, wait, you
Like,
say like
did he
it's not-
die while he was?
Yeah, yeah.
teaching
That's
golf?
what we
It
didn't
all-
know.
Like, yeah,
That's
like,
what we didn't know.
You are now ready,
Like-
and then he died.
that's a whole nother like definition to the term stroke. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
we didn't
that's what I'm
specify
saying.
how he
Yeah,
got.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think he tried to hit a ball close to the water and just never came up.
Oh, okay.
It might have been something.
But
like
it was
that.
just
Yeah.
it was just out of the blue the way he said it. And
He said it very matter of fact.
Yeah, matter of fact,
like it was
he showed
obvious.
me how I can swing a club, and then he died.
And he
And
died.
you're like, what?
Like that.
And
Was he a good golfer? Or is
He's
he-
pretty. He's
he's not-
serviceable.
All right.
He's a good golfer. But
I
you
didn't know
have
if
to
it was like before the round where it was like, yeah, you
No,
taught
no,
me
no.
how. So if I'm terrible today, there was
No,
still
no,
lessons
he
to
did
be
die.
left. I only made it to
Lessons
second lesson.
unfinished. Yeah.
As a matter of fact, it was because he hit a really nice shot. I was like, hey, I didn't know if you golfed or not, but I was glad you came.
Gotcha.
And he was like, yeah, I golf. My grandfather taught me to golf. Then he died,
R.I.P.
and he said it just like
And
that.
I'm just like, I'm
Walk
not with him,
off.
so I'm just kind of staring at him like,
Yeah, I didn't like. You know what I did? I didn't carry on the conversation. I went to hole 4.
You really
Like
can't.
I just
I
kept
couldn't-
walking.
I had to ask him because I was just floored. Like, why would you? That's your.
That's where you left it.
That's where you're gonna leave it.
Yeah.
All of us wondering why. Like, was it like
Yeah.
after the lesson he's just done? Like, what was it?
Just so many unanswered
And,
questions.
and Josh, if you're watching, like, much love, man.
Oh, yeah.
No,
No,
that
was a good-
story.
That was a great.
That
Grandpa.
story
Yeah, that was a
tickled
great
us
day.
to death.
That was
man.
a great day.
Such a good
Yeah.
story. We're gonna
Really
take our first break. When we come back, more golf discussion. I do want to delve back into Two of a Kind because that picture is really bothering me. So when we come back, we'll have more. Stick around. they just maybe have a scene where they're at a mini golf place or something, and that automatically makes it a golf movie.
Automatically qualifies it.
There was even there was a slasher in there, wasn't there?
Yeah.
But I did want to circle
There's
back.
two, actually.
And the reason I want to circle back is because of where we left this dangling in the air. The two of a kind, the poster. The old man, he just kind of looks like an old man. And Zach, I'm sure that when you go to edit this stuff, you'll throw two of a kind poster up there for us.
Please.
Just so everybody can see kind of what we're looking at.
The excitement that man brings.
But it's like, I want to know, because that picture is intentionally that can't be his smile. That can't be. If that's his smile, somebody should talk to him.
He's dead inside. He shot the
he might actually be dead.
ranked golf movie on IMDb.
Like, I mean, he might actually he might actually be dead.
Description of it. It's a dead inside smile.
1982. This is 40 years ago.
He
might be dead
in real life when they took that video.
In contrast to the grandfather's facial expressions, that's like, I forged to get this guy to figure out how to play golf.
Yeah. Like he's almost given up on it. He's almost there.
He has 0% of the smile. His grandson took 100% of the smile.
Well, I mean,
like he couldn't have picked a better place to be other than with his granddad.
This guy's in his 60s.
Granddad wishes he was anywhere else but with his grandson.
60s, 70s, that old guy. So you know for sure he's gone. Being that this was in 1982. An hour and 42 minutes on this movie. I got to know what is this movie about, and how much of it actually is golf.
Did anybody look it up?
I started to, but it brought me to Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen.
No, like YouTube clips or anything of it for us to.
I mean, Brady could probably find something. If you find anything on maybe on YouTube, you can go to Two of a Kind golf movie, see if you can find a clip. Because what I'm dying to know is this movie about an older man who connects with a younger man who has like some kind of Down syndrome, or you're laughing, but I'm not laughing. I'm trying to straighten this ship out, because the way we left it earlier was, I'm just hoping he's some kind of retarded, but that's not what I'm not hoping that. What I'm trying to say is that the picture is so bad. One of two things has to be true. Either the movie is truly about that, which great, that happens all the time, or the person who does the posters needs to be fired. Like that did him no justice whatsoever.
I would really love to see a poster. That same concept with like.
There's the John Travolta movie there. That's not the one. Yeah, there it is. There's the same poster. It's 1982.
Like who sat down and was like, guys, you know what? This is it. Like,
that's our money shot.
The only reason it was made is because it's George Burns. Is the old guy.
Okay.
You ever seen him? He did a bunch of movies.
Yeah.
I hear the name, but
he's old in every one of them.
Yeah, like seriously.
He never got. He was never young.
Stuff like Young Again and Back to College. Like he did stuff like that, where it was like he did one where like he switched the bodies with his son, his grandson.
Oh, okay.
By the way,
so everything's with him and his grandson.
Probably. Yeah.
Probably.
By the way, though, while doing research for this and that in all these movies, guess how old Morgan Freeman was when he made it big? Just think about that. When he made it, he kind of made it onto the scene. How old do you think
53.
he was? I'd say in his 50s, maybe.
He was in his 50s.
Yeah. Wow.
How crazy is that? Because he is one of those actors. You're like, he's looked the same for the last 70 years.
To be honest with you, because if I remember about all the movies I've seen him in, he's always looked older.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. So it gives the perception that he's been old his entire life, but in reality, he just hasn't been on the scene as long as you might think.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
So you're saying there's a chance?
Like you and I can make it. We can make it.
We haven't even hit our prime yet. Like, we still got some time.
I'm not even as bald as Jesse, but I can still go.
Yeah,
I could get there. You never know.
So we have the summary for Two of a Kind here, and it says Noli, who has intellectual disabilities, has just turned 21, yet acts more like 8, while claiming that she only wants to help him. His mother actually likes things that way, and I think his grandpa has some disability that he's in a wheelchair.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay, let me say
All
though,
in.
because of that, thank you. I am so glad that he has a disability. That sounds horrible, but
I'm
that's
trying
true.
so
He
hard.
who?
I'm
They both
so
Yeah, 'cause
One mental, one
One's-
physical.
one
right?
physical, one
deteriorating.
mental.
He's deteriorating, vegetating into a wheelchair.
Now I'm
I wanna
looking
know
at
how
it.
he's playing. How is he playing golf?
How does he play golf?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the
Is he,
grandpa
like,
is
falling
probably
apart?
maybe that's part of the movies. Like the grandpa is like in a depression because he can't play golf,
And he used to be really
and he's
good.
like hoping to channel like his skills to this kid and explain to me why he has no other option except for the kid who has a mental disability.
Is this his grandson?
Is it his actual? I missed that part. Okay. Okay, so he's going to teach his grandson how to golf. See, now it makes sense. Now the poster, it makes sense.
Because it's an old, all right. Because it's an old movie, I just picture
There's
so
another
many
poster.
like stuff that wouldn't fly today.
Like corny stuff,
Yeah, or just
like
maybe
stuff that
inappropriate.
Like,
Yeah,
stuff that today
yeah.
would probably be viewed as like
Oh, yeah.
PC.
Yeah,
Like,
the
like,
reason I'm
like,
laughing.
did you see that
is
commercial I
wrong.
sent you the other day?
Yes,
Like that type of stuff.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Back in the '80s, they were like,
they got
oh, yeah,
away
these
with
guys
it.
are retarded, and like
Yeah, but
retards-
retarded wasn't a bad word.
right. But that's what I'm saying.
In the 80s, retarded
In
was
the
not a
'80s,
bad
it wasn't a bad word. Now it's like taboo. Like, oh, retarded, can't say that.
But people need to get rid of their taboo
but
stuff.
here's
It's
the
silly.
thing. Here's the thing. Now the poster's good because it showed exactly what it is.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that was my
yeah,
point
well,
from the
yeah,
beginning.
yeah.
And I was not
It makes
trying
a
to
little more
rag
sense.
on
Yeah.
somebody
'Cause
with
we-
a mental
at first
disability.
We're like, this is a horrible poster because it looks
Yes,
like this.
it
And
makes
come to
that
find out,
actor-
that's what it is.
It makes that actor look like he has some kind of affliction mentally, and it turns out
I
he
had no
doesn't.
discrepancy there. I just want to know why the old guy was so mad. But
Well,
no,
now I
yeah.
know he can't play golf anymore.
Yeah.
Or polo. He can play chair polo if he wants to.
Yeah.
If he can get those old arms up
He can still
anymore.
putt.
Yeah, that's true. He can still hit it in the clown's mouth.
Yeah.
That's open. Okay, let's move away from Two of a Kind, please, before we get in trouble. I can't. Yeah, we can't stay on that for long. I noticed that there are like
Greenskeeper was the other one that you
four.
talked about. The
Yeah.
slasher one.
Yeah. There's like
Whoa,
four.
there's other
There's
ones
like four
called-
National Lampoon movies.
Yeah. Wild.
Like whoever did the National
Yeah.
Lampoon stuff was like super attached to golf, like love golf. But yeah, I found one called the Greenskeeper, and you know the posters is a horrible poster, but it's a 2002 movie. Like it's an 80s poster, but it looks like but it's like
You got an
2002.
old timey mower.
Yeah.
Was this how The Happening got made?
Yes, I know. Yeah, I'm
They did Mark Wahlberg's The Happening.
I think, Dylan, based on looking at this chart,
Yeah,
we could make a golf movie.
absolutely,
You're right.
and it would be
please
convincing.
Look at number 38.
Okay. Yeah, that's
Tell me.
Oh,
Totally.
yeah.
I thought that was a couple of our friends, to be
Right.
honest with you.
I literally thought you were like pulling a prank and you snuck in like a photo
Snuck in
last year.
our picture.
And you just like dropped it in there. I was like, bro,
Yeah.
like that's us.
Brady,
We
you
can
drop,
make a golf video.
You drop the video feed back on there so we can see.
We could be number 38 on greatest golf movies of all time.
Mm-hmm.
That could be us.
That's setting the bar normal.
Yeah.
That's not high.
It's not high.
It's not low either.
Don't get me wrong.
That is Hollywood.
I wish we had video of all our trips.
You talk about so much. You talk about like when you buy things for your job. Like this is how a lot of this has happened.
Mhm.
Camera. Get a camera.
I know.
Make it happen.
Just get a GoPro.
Yeah, let's make it happen. Like everything that we do, we take an annual golf trip with our brothers and
Yeah, but
dad.
we all have to have like a little camera on because like.
No, just follow Tanner.
Well, no, because remember your dad and Dale? I didn't see that. You were there.
I was on a hill.
Yeah.
I got the privilege of seeing.
Yeah, that's what
that
I'm
was
saying.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Just for reference, my dad and our brother-in-law AJ's dad, who passed not too long after that trip, but he was having the time of his life on that trip with my dad. And
Did he teach you to golf and then die?
That's how they did it. Yeah.
Just saying.
happens to a lot of people.
Called Coleman.
But you know, honestly, he was. They were at the top of this hill, and I was already done. I think it was like the 17th hole or 18th hole, and I was sitting there, kind of waiting for them to get done and catch up with us. So I was just watching, and they pull up to this like gigantic drop. You have no business taking a golf cart down. And this isn't like kids that are like, oh yeah, let's do it. This is my dad who's just like, well, I don't want to go around. And he just starts to go. and they instantly lose control because the grass is a little bit wet, and it starts to do this
sideways,
and then he overcorrects, and then he corrects again, and at one point they spin, and it's far enough away that you know that the sound isn't hitting you exactly when it's supposed to. So it is so hilarious that the screams didn't match up with what was happening.
Yeah,
because it was like, ah! By the time the scream got to me, they were just like careening down the hill, and when they stopped abruptly, the scream kept going for like another second because of the sound delay.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they were still screaming while they were still sitting there, and then it was dead quiet,
like a YouTube video buffering.
Yeah. Then they were looking at each other for a while, and like, did we just survive that?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of disappointed that you didn't say that it flipped.
I was hoping.
Trust me.
I was hoping that there was like.
Put it this way, like my favorite part about it, because I didn't see him. I saw his face. His eyes were like this.
Yeah.
Like he was like, "Did you see that?"
I couldn't believe no one else saw it. Like they about died on the golf field. It was crazy. Anyway, that was a thing that actually happened, and I agree with you. We should make a movie, and it would be hilarious. Just the shenanigans we would get into.
For sure.
I absolutely love that a third of these movies are just movies, like college feel movies, where like you know the only reason you're watching this movie is you're hoping to catch a glimpse of
Like
a
a
sex
nip
scene,
slip.
or like like the Nadia character from American Pie. Just you're gonna have some
There's
naked
literally
character.
an American Pie. Tied golf movie in here.
Is it, or did they just borrow it and say it's
maybe
American Pie?
Maybe they basically said like it's American Pie, but for golf.
Tiger Woods story?
No, man, where the heck did I see that one in here? It's number 23, hole in one.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Like which ones?
Like
which
literally,
ones
like they're just telling you,
like which ones?
Yeah.
It literally says American Pie plays golf.
At the bottom it says
that. But I couldn't remember if it was just like a promo or if it was saying like, "This is if you like American Pie, you'll like this."
It's Universal Pictures.
What about the one next to it?
Babe,
you think that's golf? Looks like she's running track.
She was running track, but next to the track was a golf course. So naturally,
it was a track on a golf course.
So naturally.
And the reason like it's such a story is because people were golfing as she's running. So
because she was forced to run the cart path. Because the track was canceled because of some type of issue. So they were forced to run the race on the cart path, and so naturally, golf movie.
Yeah, and I think it's kind of interesting that Babe doesn't look like a golf movie at all.
Yeah.
It's certainly not a movie about a pig, which is what I thought it was. Babe.
How do you say his name?
Babe Didrikson. Didrikson Zaharias. That's biblical there.
Yeah.
It's 24th on the list. So it makes you think like a movie that wasn't even about golf got 24th on the list, while Handicapped, the documentary about bad golf, is 38. So there's a lot of things to be desired there. Another scary movie, Blades. And then I love the tagline, just when you thought it was safe to putt.
Oh no, read the top part.
Yeah. Golf, a game of hooks, slices, and slaughter.
One of the only other golf movies on this list that I've honestly heard of is The Legend of Bagger Vance. Has anybody ever seen that one?
Yeah, I love it. So good. I hadn't got to that one. Okay. I really wanted to talk about the Tiger Woods story.
Yeah, sure, please.
If we could.
What?
Which I think is a good segue into Bagger Vance.
Why is it called a golf movie?
Which one? Banning?
Yeah, I read it. There's nothing in there about golf, and he's not even... So apparently somewhere in there he plays golf, so it's a golf movie.
Not sure at all. But the only way they got you to watch this American Pie hole-in-one is that on the poster, for some reason, the two of the women just don't have clothes on.
Yeah,
right.
Is that honestly the reason you would watch this movie?
That's the shtick.
Okay, but you can watch this movie for anything. Like
this one's really impressive.
Yeah, they don't even have a picture.
Doesn't he have a picture?
Not even a post.
But it's still
worthy.
rated better
than
But
a
even,
lot of these movies.
even Blades does that though.
Yeah.
Like the movie Blades is supposed to be a scary movie, but you know what's up.
Yeah.
You know what's up in that movie.
Right.
Like there's gonna be a scene where they're doing something raunchy on the golf course, and then they get killed while they're doing something raunchy on the golf course.
Sure.
Yeah.
They're just
Classic
finding
90s.
creative places to do it.
Yeah.
What was the Jason movie where they went to space?
Oh yeah.
Jason X.
Jason X.
Jason X.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you know like they've run out of ideas. Like where can Jason kill people next?
Yeah.
In space.
They did have a good
Space.
scene in that one where he had the girls in the sleeping bags and was slamming them against a tree.
That was fun.
That was pretty interesting.
I want to hear your take on this Tiger Woods one, and then I got a question about like, can we realistically call Tin Cup the #1 golf movie? But like, we'll say that for the next.
I'm gonna say that for the next.
Yeah.
But we got plenty of time here. But I think the Tiger Woods story. I don't know where they found Wesley Snipes' brother, but I'm glad that they did. He fits the bill, all right, I guess.
I'm pretty sure that guy was the stunt double in Blade. That's what they got.
I mean, he looks like Wesley Snipes' brother for
Do
sure.
you think this is like the main one people think about? Like, I'm wondering if there's other like actual documents on.
There has to be.
Because this is based on some dude's book about it.
Based on the book Tiger by John Strigg.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, like, what's the movie about? Brady, can you pull up the Tiger Woods story? I want to know. I'm very curious. Like, what is this movie about? The picture, it's one of those pictures that you're like, it doesn't really suit the mood you think a Tiger Woods movie would have.
Sure.
It's got like a sunset in the background, which in 1998, he's not.
No.
Yeah, I've never seen.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Maybe early on
Like
career.
like
early
like,
on career.
like
yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Did he?
I don't know.
Early on career.
That's
And that's where like
clearly a golf hat.
98. This was probably early
Yeah,
career
that's
before
Like
he's.
I'm always thinking Tiger, red Nike shirt, ball cap. Like,
Yeah, I've only seen him in a ball cap, so I've never
Standard.
seen that.
Yeah.
So based on what Brady's found, go ahead if you want to read it.
Yeah, it just basically says it's a biographical depiction of the rise of Tiger Woods. So just from his childhood to his career.
Well, what they get into is it says it's examining his private life, his struggle with racism and cultural identity.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you knew they were going to play that card at some point in the movie because that's what it looks like at the front of the picture. Looks like that they're going to play that he is a black golfer. To which I say, so I'm so tired of that trope.
Which I say, half.
Half black.
Do you think he struggled?
Yeah.
Did he really struggle?
Okay. Did he really struggle? No, he
I didn't
thrived.
think- yeah, I
He
thought he's a good
thrived on
golfer.
being
Nobody cares about that.
the like only black golfer
Yeah.
in the culture, and like
Yeah.
so.
But what's it matter?
Yeah.
Okay, who cares?
Yeah.
He brought a new demographic to the game.
Well,
I think he brought young people
I wonder
to the game.
if that's
Yeah.
like his just personal life with racism. Because I get,
Probably.
I can't imagine like a good golfer. Nobody cares.
Once he got on top, though,
Yeah.
who like you watch him play golf?
Uh-huh.
Who was the fool that was like, oh, he can't play, he's black? Like, who was doing that in 95, 96, 97? Because this movie
Whoever
didn't
he
get
was
made
beating, probably.
at this time.
Yeah.
I got to be right. Why? It's not that. It's just he's better than me. I got to figure out something here.
So you're just going to be racist
yeah,
just
just
because
you're
he's-
racist
yeah,
because you're losing.
because you got a problem with it. Okay. That's probably what it is.
That's the culture and the stigma though of golf, where it's like the wealthy, the clean, prim, cut. They are the ones that get to play golf. So he kind of shattered that a little bit.
He did. There was a new demographic of people
Yeah.
that started watching golf because of him.
Sure.
And it didn't have to be just a rich person thing. You
Yeah.
know? And you're not even talking about just race there either, because if you saw somebody
No.
with a like a wife beater on the golf course, you looked twice and you thought he didn't belong there.
Right.
I think
Or that guy with
It's
the
not
tattoos
true
all
anymore.
up his neck and stuff. And you're like, what is this guy doing? But
yeah, he's not blending in at all. He needs
The
to
guy
go
who
back
shows
to
up with
Rikers
a-
where he belongs.
The guy who shows up with a Bruins jersey and a
Yeah.
hockey stick and wants to play.
Do you think
Happy Gilmore? Like,
do you
and
think
open
Happy
the door for
Gilmore?
everybody?
Do you think Happy Gilmore was like based off of like that success a little bit?
I think it opened up the door to like anybody can do it.
Anybody can golf.
yeah,
I wonder-
it's like
If you don't have a polo-
stereotypes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. It helps to break the stereotype for like, hey, this guy, like, he's a jabroni. Like,
just think of the courses like we've been on that, like when we have had trouble because people on the course are like that.
Yeah.
They think, not everybody could come to our course. It's like,
yeah.
Half the
Like
grass
the good
is
old
gone,
boys
dude. This
club,
ain't that
right?
good of a club.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Sir, you don't have a polo on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tom Arnold.
But
I'm
they,
comfortable.
They make reference to that in Caddyshack too.
Yeah.
Right?
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
I haven't seen it.
Like the whole
That
prim and
Caddyshack.
proper.
The first
and,
one?
Yeah, he's talking about first.
It's been so long.
Oh, dude.
I need to go back and watch.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, it's always been that way.
You
It's
got
been a
on
rich
it that
show.
one.
Yeah, just it talks about how people aren't good enough to be in this country club, and
Yeah.
you don't fit the profile.
It's
you
just
have
so
to
funny
be a
'cause,
certain
like-
standard and certain income or whatever, and
Yeah.
it's breaking the stereotypes.
Happy Gilmore was like that a little bit.
Yeah,
Shooter
sure.
McGavin didn't want him anywhere near the course.
Exactly,
Thought he was
yeah.
bad for the game.
Yeah, it didn't
You
fit the profile of rich, hoity-toity, the whole stigma.
I've never seen Caddyshack 2. I imagine it's just a goofball comedy.
It's more
very loosely
extreme.
based on golf.
Yeah. They golf. It's all about this guy comes in and buys the golf course.
Is it like the difference between Crank and Crank 2?
Pretty
Is it
much.
that
Like
bad?
yeah,
Like, it's not even
completely
close
cranked
to-
out versus the first one, which
Yeah.
is insane.
Like everything you thought was great about the first, you're
Like
like,
it-
let's
like,
do that again, but way
There's just
worse.
stuff in the second one that like I said, they're insane because it's like he basically takes the golf course and turns it into partially a big miniature golf course in a way.
Right.
Puts like stuff in there, like
Yeah.
that's not
Like
hard.
windmills.
Yeah, well, no,
Windmills.
not even that. He puts like a hockey, like a skating, a hockey rink is where the hole is, where the green is. On the hole. Like he does stuff like that, and then this guy's like his money comes from like gadgets and stuff. So he has trick clubs. So like
Okay.
the clubs do that. Like the one his driver is basically is a shotgun and shoots the ball. You know? Like it's kind of you otherwise it's just crazy stuff happens in there. Ends up playing like. Playing against the snooty guy to try to for the course, and it's insane. Bill Murray's in there. Dan Aykroyd's in there trying to kill him.
Dan Aykroyd's in that one. Okay.
As a food truck assassin.
Okay.
Yeah.
They put Chevy Chase on the cover there, but probably just for like a small.
Well, he sells the course.
Yeah.
So he's there.
Because he's in the first one.
Yeah. He's literally when they go in, they start out. This rich guy goes into his place and he's in there playing golf in his mansion.
Yeah.
Not outside. He's in the mansion, just hitting balls that he's playing through.
That's pretty fun.
So he doesn't really care either.
Tom Arnold, I had mentioned earlier. Tom Arnold is in a movie called Golf Punks. It's another National Lampoon's golf movie. I had never seen it, but the tagline is Caddyshack meets the Mighty Ducks, which I guess if it's for kids, it would be kind of an interesting movie.
Well, National Lampoon does crazy stuff.
They don't tend to do kids movies though.
No,
so
it's not.
I think it's kind of a misnomer a little bit.
Yeah.
But I want to get back to Bagger Vance because I think that's an underrated film. Have you seen Bagger Vance?
I have, yeah.
You haven't seen it though.
I have not.
Brady, have you seen Bagger Vance too? I think we had talked about that. That's a movie I want you to come over and see.
I have not seen it. No.
It's incredible. So the premise of the movie, we're talking Walter Hagen, like old golf, like is it 30s, 1930s, 40s,
Yeah, maybe 40s.
40s?
Yeah. Not quite that old.
but it's a very old time frame, old fashioned, and so Matt Damon is like a war veteran. Is this after World War II? Maybe so. It would be like mid 40s,
right?
If that's the time frame. So Matt Damon comes back from the war. He's kind of scarred. He's mentally scarred. He's not the same person. He's kind of isolated himself. But he was a really good golfer before he went. And so they have this event that Charlize Theron, she owns the golf course that her dad had, and she's the one running it now. And so she tries to get people to come and like go to this new golf course.
Mm-hmm.
And so she invites Walter Hagen and who's the other golfer? There's another big time golfer.
Oh.
There's a movie on this list about that other golfer. So scavenger hunt. But he, oh gosh darn, it's going to bother me. she gets those two guys to come. And when they get there, they ask Matt Damon to be in the movie or in the tournament as well. I'm all screwed up trying to figure this out. Sorry.
To be in the movie.
I'm watching it all unfold.
It's just all happening right in front of me. It was not 3-iron, that's for sure. Bobby Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Walter Hagen, Bobby Jones. So those are the two like best golfers in the moment. Walter Hagen's kind of like over the hill. So picture like Phil Mickelson when he was like on the back end of his career, and he did an exhibition with Tiger Woods toward the middle of his career, and it was like the two of the best golfers of the time, and then Matt Damon, who is the like hometown hero,
local legend. Yeah,
he's the local legend. That's a great way to put it.
Movie, by the way. Matt Damon.
He's just called
his
Matt
name
Damon.
in the movie's Matt Damon.
I actually
Just
don't
wanted
know.
to make it easy.
I don't know what his name is. So the whole premise of the movie is like saving Matt Damon from his war funk, his war scars, and it's really good. Where Will Smith fits in, he's this
Will
like
Smith is in there too.
yeah. Will Smith is like he makes the movie in my opinion. Like he becomes Matt Damon's caddy.
Okay.
And I think a lot of people had a problem with this movie when it came out because they thought that it was going to tackle like the racial aspect of it.
Right.
Because in the time, like there was not a lot of tolerance for like black golfers, and he wasn't golfing. He was just a caddy.
Yeah.
But he knew everything about the game. Like he would like give advice to Matt Damon on the course that was like spot on. But it was more about he was not really there to help him be a good golfer. He was there to help him be a good person. Like it was a good movie like that.
Okay.
So I would encourage you to watch it. It's one of my favorite movies. Definitely my favorite golf movie. There's a Shia LaBeouf one in here. Greatest Game.
Yeah.
For a Disney movie, pretty solid. For Disney, picture Disney doing a golf movie and they didn't blow it. I actually enjoyed that movie. It was pretty good. Shia LaBeouf is this was in his prime. He was a kid at the time, and this was after Holes, and it was before Transformers. Yeah. So it was kind of in that pocket of when he was popular, successful. I thought he did a good job. He was in a ton of movies. You don't even realize how many movies Shia LaBeouf's in. He was in Constantine.
It was like every other movie. It seemed like that for a while.
Just like he was the side character in every movie. He ended up being in Indiana Jones, for crying out loud. Like he was in so many movies, and then for some reason his career just never quite took off. Obviously, the drug issues he had. He's a lot more sober now and Christian now.
He was in the one with Brad Pitt and the tank one. Fury.
Yeah,
was he in Fury?
Yeah, he was good, man. That was.
He wasn't in Inglourious Bastards. He was in Fury.
Yeah, Fury.
So I always get those confused sometimes. Yeah. What else? What else do we want to talk about?
Like I said, I want to talk about this Tin Cup being number one.
Yeah. All right.
I've never heard of it.
That sounds like a good segue.
B, never seen it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'd like
Let's talk Tin Cup. We're gonna take another break. When we come back, we'll talk about Tin Cup and then kind of round off our round of golf.
Okay.
And that'll be it.
We'll be on the back nine.
All right. No, it's not Bull Durham. And no, it's not. What's the other one he did? Field of Dreams. Did he do another?
Didn't he do one where he was like on the Browns? He was the like a GM or something. Didn't he?
He was in another baseball movie.
For the Love of the Game.
For Love of the Game. He did 3 baseball movies.
I swear there was a football one that he was in.
Yeah.
Any given Sunday.
Draft Day.
Draft Day.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yes.
So he's all over the sports spectrum, but he decided to dabble in golf. I think this movie, to be honest, is a carbon copy of kind of Bull Durham's style. And it's like, I don't know. I need to give it another chance. But that's what I thought of it when I saw it. I was like, this is just Bull Durham, but golf. Your thoughts? You didn't think that?
I haven't seen the other. I don't think I've seen Bulldog. I've seen clips. I haven't seen it, but
For real?
I believe you just because Kevin Costner acts the same in a lot of movies, especially if it's like a movie like this where there's no serious, really doesn't really need to do any serious acting. So I could see him being the same person, pretty much.
Yeah,
the same style stuff. I don't know.
He's like that that quiet male dominating movie star where like he's quiet enough that it's not off putting to the like woke women of today. Like he can see a Kevin Costner and they're like secretly like, oh, I want my man to be that dominating in the room, like an aura, a presence, but I don't want him to demean me, at least not publicly.
It's a pretty accurate description of his role. I mean, isn't he in Yellowstone or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he
kind
has that role.
Yeah, same kind of demeanor there.
He's in that. He's like that in a lot of movies.
Yeah.
You know the movie that he's not like that in, and it's like a hidden gem people probably don't even know about. What's that Dane Cook movie?
I was just thinking about that one.
Where he's the murderer.
Yeah, he's so weird in that one. But yeah, that's different.
Oh yeah.
What is that movie? He's the CEO and he just gets bored, so he goes out and murders people.
What?
Yeah. It's a really cool premise, and Dane Cook is like the journalist who catches him, like who sees that he's doing it and tries to blackmail him, which is a horrible idea. If you see somebody kills for fun, why would you blackmail him?
Yeah,
he wants him to help, teach him too, doesn't he?
I think he wants him to kill somebody for him or something.
Like
yeah.
But anyway, yeah.
Is it Mr. Brooks?
Yes. Mr. Brooks.
Mr. Brooks.
Very
That's
good.
exactly right.
That movie is so off color for Kevin Costner. Like even in Robin Hood, he's this like stoic, like quiet badass in the movie. It's just his persona. Like he can't really get away from it now. It's too late.
That's another one, right?
Waterworld, yeah.
Postman in the Waterworld.
Wasn't he in what was the Brian song, or like he was in some kind of movie with the wolves?
Oh, Dancing.
Is he in Dancing? Is he in Dances with Wolves?
Dances.
I thought it was another one. I thought that Dances with Wolves was somebody else, but no, he is in Dances with Wolves.
Yeah.
There's so many good Kevin Costner movies. He's an underrated actor. But
yeah, Tin Cup. I said Tin Caps.
Yeah.
Shout out Fort Wayne Tin Cup. Tin Cup.
We're showing our locale.
We are
with that comment.
I'm sorry.
Where, like, what do you think about the movie?
I've never seen it. That's what I think.
I thought you had seen it.
No.
That's why he was wondering why.
That's why I want to know.
There.
Like
you've seen it.
Yeah,
it's good. Yeah.
So I have only seen number 2 and number 3.
I don't remember it enough to give an honest shake to it, except to say that
I just wanted to know. Yeah, like for the guys that have seen this, like, is there a reason that you could justify this being the number 1?
He's got a fair point. I mean, for it to be 1 over the 2 that we've already talked about in Happy Gilmore and Caddyshack.
Because those 2 are a toss up for me. But
yeah,
like, I feel like Happy Gilmore, like just about anybody that you talk to, if you say, "Have you seen Happy Gilmore?"
Sure.
Yeah,
probably seen Happy Gilmore.
Sure.
I probably would be willing to bet it's a 50-50 shot on whether or not somebody's seen Tin Cup. So, where what do you think that? What's your reason why you think Tin Cup's number 1? You've seen them both. Do you think it's deserving of the spot?
I can't tell if he's looking at me.
Is
he looking?
I've had my eyes closed this entire time.
I thought he probably did.
My eyes have been closed.
I want to make like some kind of equivalence to this, like because it seems to me like not many people have seen it, but the ones who have said like it's really good. So, like, not to mention
2 different styles of movies.
Well, yeah, not to mention Happy Gilmore, Adam Sandler, like, you're going to get poop humor
right.
And, like, childish plot.
Yeah, right.
Like, he sees the penguin at the top of the stairs.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
go
silly.
back to the zoo.
Yeah. Couldn't you know it's better? Is that even the same movie?
No, it's not.
That's Billy Madison. Okay,
yeah,
but still, that's the humor you're getting.
Still a happy...
Happy Gilmore's one.
Happy
attack the clown and goes.
You're gonna die, clown.
Punches Bob Barker.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
but Bob punches
back.
back.
Wrong.
That's true.
Bob punches back.
Yeah.
I'll just say that Tin Cup probably is higher in the ranking because it's not a comedy. Like you're looking for like a drama, like an actual movie with a plot. Tin Cup's better.
not just like a knee slapper.
Yeah,
Kind of
like it's the reason why Anchorman is one of the
child
funniest
humor.
movies you'll ever see.
Yeah.
But people hate it
Right.
because it doesn't have a plot.
Right.
It's the
It's just
Napoleon
a bunch of
Dynamite
nonsense,
of
just
Will Ferrell movies.
Hour and a half of nonsense.
Yes, and then the second one is like, hey, how can we make this better? Let's just have no plot at all.
Where Tin Cup has like a storyline.
Yeah, and a
love
good one.
story and yeah. Okay.
It's, I will say, of all the sports movies, it's a safe movie. Like, it doesn't go out and do anything new. It's not like it breaks barriers or anything, but it's a good movie.
Why it's number 1 on this list right there?
How much it made?
Yeah, highest grossing.
So I mean, they came out in '96,
Happy Gilmore
and it made more money.
Yeah, see the grossing? It made more money, and then that's what this list is based off, not popularity.
Although I will say, Tin
Okay.
Cup, I guarantee Tin Cup costs more to make.
You think
Guaranteed. Guarantee it.
so?
You look it up. Look it up, because Happy Gilmore.
Well,
You told me it's number 4 on here though, and it wasn't number 4 on the gross earnings.
Yeah,
I don't think this list is based off gross earnings.
I don't think so. Either.
See, I thought it was. 'Cause that's
been-
why you like
1,
you
2,
said,
and 3 though we're in line with
Yeah.
that, but then all of a sudden it was Legend of Bagger Vance 4 there, and it was Utopia.
But this
4
list
here.
also might just exclude some of those
Sure.
because they don't consider them golf movies.
I don't. I guess I'll have to watch Tin Cup, and then I'll have to.
It's got a good comeback story too. Like,
So,
he's
Brady-
pretty washed up.
Brady just looked it up. Budget for Happy Gilmore, $12 million. Budget for Tin Cup, $45 million. Like the bigger actors in it, bigger sets. That was going to cost way more money.
Sure. I mean,
There-
you got
okay.
Renee Russo.
She's a good actress.
I haven't seen her in a long time.
She was in the Thor series. She's Thor's mom.
There's a
true.
scene in Tin Cup where Kevin Costner plays the cocky character
Okay.
in control and turns to his caddy and he asks for a club. His caddy tries to tell him, like, hey, this is what you need to do. And he's like, no. He's like, all right, then use this club. Snaps it. Gets him all the way down to his 7-iron and he wins the rest of the tournament with his 7-iron, right?
Okay.
For me, as a terrible golfer, I look at my 7-iron now and I'm like, I can pull this off. there's a part of me that's like,
Thank
he
you.
did it.
I say
Thank
that.
you, Casey.
Yeah.
So I was saying it before. The other thing is like they kind of remind you like your own playing is like at the end, like when he's playing the big tournament at the end, he could play it easy and light off to the side and try to win that way, or he could just hit it to the green and win. And he uses he uses all his balls just to prove that he can hit it.
Both of them.
Like he has he does like what is it, like 7 shots? Because you basically and if you run out of balls, you're done.
Yeah.
So he's so stubborn at it, and then she tells him to go ahead and do it, and then he just keeps trying. At one point, he's not even. As soon as he hits a ball, he knows he didn't get it, so he's asking for another ball. Like he's just
Give it to me.
It's like the
Yeah.
stubbornness that you would see from your own self on that
For
one.
sure.
You see that because
Yeah.
you're like,
Yeah.
I can do this game. I'm gonna
Yeah.
keep hitting until it's over with because we do it all the time. But yeah, that's kind of what I would think. If you wanted to say like more relatable, would be that movie versus obviously the comedy one. But that I guess that's another way to put it. But yeah, overall the whole story and everything is a good story and everything.
I don't know, I feel like you can relate pretty hardcore to Happy Gilmore, to be honest with you.
The anger and everything.
Just the anger and not really that good at golf, but somehow you find a way to make it work.
Have you walked past the batting cage and been like, this is probably how I need to train for
Yeah.
golf? Just like,
100%.
taking them off the chest.
That's exactly
Thought
right.
about it.
Screaming at the ball like, that's your home, like hitting your home, man. Like, how many times have I that close to a putt? Story of my life, like, of course.
Or when you've got Apollo Creed telling you, go to your happy place. Go to your happy place.
R.I.P.
Chubbs.
R.I.P. Chubbs. That's right, man. There's a new Happy Gilmore coming out too,
And that was the kind of the capstone
Here's the
for
thing.
the conversation in July. I don't know that I liked it. It's coming out on Netflix, to be honest with you. But
Is it really?
that's kind of the way of the land now.
no theater.
Mm-mm.
Really,
That's kind of the way of the world now. Streaming.
theaters are a dying breed.
And we've been discussing that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
What to do about that? What to feel about that?
How many are in town now? Like 2?
Well, we have one here in Decatur.
Well, I guess my in town is a little bit different than
Yeah.
downtown.
You're in a different place, homie.
Yeah, but think about it though. There's only 2 there.
Yeah.
Southwest And
Yeah, there used to be 3 and
there used to be 11.
well, 3
Jeez.
like major ones. There was one that was like, what was
There
that
some
place where
dollar
they?
theaters thrown in there.
What was
There's the movie, the dinner one,
that was what I was going to say. The
Yeah,
dinner
yeah.
one.
the one on Maple Crest and Stellhorn.
Yeah, you would go get dinner and a movie.
Yeah,
in
you would
one
literally
place.
sit at a table and they would come serve you dinner.
Ashley and I did that a few times.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
And we were sad to see it go.
But there used to be 11 down to 2.
Yeah, which
Like,
makes sense.
Do you remember like
Same
the
with bowling
weekends,
alleys.
Like there was legit a time where a weekend would come and like it'd be opening weekend for a movie, and like Sarah and I would be like, we can't freaking wait. Like
Yeah.
we'd be planning
Yeah.
our weekend around going and seeing a movie. Like, and they would be packed houses.
You
Like
have to wait in line.
you'd have to show up 2 hours early
Yep.
to make sure that you got a good seat, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Like that used to be a thing, and it's not that long
Well-
removed. And now it's like coming to Netflix, like
Yeah.
direct release to Netflix. Now it's like just taking over. Direct release to Amazon or whatever. It's just taking over.
Yeah.
It's like now just we're all watching movies from our house. Like
We went to a
Well,
movie
that's
theater.
why it's nice about the one we have here in town because it seems like it always has people there all the time.
Yeah.
yeah,
It's busy all the
It's
time.
busy.
It's busy all the time, which is nice because then people, you're still going, but it also helps that it's only $5 a ticket.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
They
so
do a
good.
great job. Yep.
Oh yeah, and it's
$5 a ticket.
$5 a ticket. That's why you go because it's
Yeah.
like then you don't feel like you're especially with families because they want to take all kinds of kids and stuff. You
Yeah,
go up to Fort Wayne, it's like half of you are staying in the car. I ain't
Yeah.
gonna take you in there. It's
no,
crazy.
that's crazy.
But
yeah.
no, it's great. And that's why and that's the thing. If you do go around some of the places, I think the small theaters are getting more business now because people want to go to it, but they're tired of doing. Hey, I don't have to drive and pay all this money.
I
But
don't
but they
18
are
bucks a ticket.
exactly.
Yeah.
But now you can throw it at your local ones and maybe get better. Because
You go to the theaters in Fort Wayne.
I don't even go to theaters that often
You know.
anymore.
We just went to one.
One, it's expensive. It's all
Yeah.
get out. It's like easily $100.
You're,
just to
you're
go see a
paying for the
movie.
experience now.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
sure.
no longer you're paying for a movie to watch for 2 hours.
Yeah.
You get reclined seats. You get better food selection. You can have beer in the cinemas now.
Yeah.
Like you're paying for the experience. It's like Top
Yeah.
Golf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
It's like Top Golf. You go there and like the golf is part of it. It's not the thing anymore.
Yeah.
It's like you go for the wings now.
Yeah.
And you go for there's a lot of different things you can do.
Yeah, I like I said, I just remember movies were like a big pastime for me.
Same
Sarah,
season.
like
Yeah.
date while we were dating and
Yeah.
early marriage and things like that. Like we loved going to the movies. I was like, we made plans to go see a movie.
Yep.
We don't do that anymore. I can't tell you the last time I planned to be like, we're gonna go watch this movie. Now it's changed a little bit since we've had kids.
You go to the kid movies
Hey,
now?
the new Mario movie's coming out.
Right.
Great,
Yeah,
we're gonna
for
go
sure.
watch that. Right?
Sure.
Something like that happens. But like, I can't tell you the last time I've been like super excited to like go to a movie theater and watch a new release. But that used to be like almost like every month, like new movie come out, and we're like, oh, I can't wait to see that one. And what's coming this summer? Can't wait to see that. Like you're excited about the previews, right?
Yeah.
Doesn't happen.
Well,
It's
and
kind
that's
of a
what I said.
bummer.
That's the cool thing about the one we have here because if we want to do that, we can do that, and it doesn't cost an arm and a leg, and it's right here. And
Yeah.
And you want to go because that's the thing. You want to go because you like the theater experience better.
Yeah.
But like you said, you just like I don't care about the
bells and the
bells and whistles
Right.
and stuff. Like half the time, it's like I don't. It's fine. I don't want to stay at dinner right now. Like I just want to watch the movie.
Yeah.
That's why the $5 theater is so nice. You
Yeah.
go in, you watch a movie.
Yeah.
Screen doesn't have to be massive because there's only like 80 seats in the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's intimate. It's quick. And we just saw King of Kings.
How was that?
It was good. It was very biblically accurate, which is we could have a whole other discussion about
Sure.
biblical movies. But for what it's worth, I enjoyed the connections that they made to Charles Dickens. You probably didn't see that coming. But the main reason that you're hearing the story of Jesus is Charles Dickens is explaining it to his son, and he ends up writing, which is accurate. Like Charles Dickens did write a script of like the Passion of the Christ for his kids, and so it's kind of based off of that, and it was really good. They kind of weaved the kid into the story to where Jesus at times is like looking at the kid and looking at the cat. The kid has a cat, and like at one point Jesus is holding the cat. Like it's really interesting the way they like weave the actual thing that's happening with the story being told. So I thought it was really unique. And they pull lines straight from Luke. It is the most biblically accurate Hollywood production I've ever seen, which is not surprising. It was Angel Studios.
I would say it's
Yeah,
Angel
yeah.
Studios. Yeah.
So Angel Studios did a really good job of keeping that. If you're not familiar with Angel Studios, they did The Chosen and a bunch of other things. So they're kind of going away from the low budget Christian movies that Kirk Cameron is starring in every single one, and they're kind of going to they're going to like Angel Studios style of like crowdsourcing and just getting money from people that are donating to make this happen. And that's what they did at the end of the movie. They said, hey, if you liked this, donate so that people can watch this movie for free. So what they're doing is people are actually donating money to watch King of Kings, and they're donating money to they have a barcode that you can like PayPal or whatever money, so that they rent out certain theaters and let kids just come in and watch that movie for free.
Pretty sweet.
So they're a very cool studio.
That's cool.
Shout out, not sponsored by Angel
Not
Studios,
sponsored,
but
shout out to Angel Studios.
just a shout out to them. They are fantastic.
Yeah, House of David. I know it's not a golf related flick, but like if you've not seen House of David yet,
Stay on topic.
Also, another Angel Studios.
Haven't seen it.
Phenomenal. Like,
Okay.
my gosh, so on Amazon Prime. Also not a sponsor.
I just got Jesus Revolution.
Okay.
That's the one. The guy who plays Jesus in The Chosen is like the hippie in Jesus Revolution.
Okay.
So I want to see that. I just got that one on DVD.
Okay.
Can't wait to see it.
Yeah. But for another podcast.
Another time. Maybe religious
Christian
movies.
flicks.
We would
Religious
definitely get into
flicks.
that.
Yeah, there we go.
Another one we kind of tossed around was disaster flicks. Disaster movies. So a couple ideas. Yeah, that would be.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Twisters was the idea. That was the reason we thought of that was to do one about that. But
I've not seen Twisters yet.
Yeah,
I haven't seen the new one. I have not. But anything that what's that new actor's
Like
name?
disaster, like world ending.
Yeah, usually
just
Armageddon.
Okay.
Armageddon, Twister. What's
Oh crap! I'm drawing a blank on the Will Smith one.
I just pulled up the Impossible is one that comes to mind for me.
For what?
For disaster movies.
Disaster movies.
It's,
that's
it's
the
the
one
one
that-
that's
the
tsunami movie.
I was
Yeah.
just
That's a
wondering,
good
is there
one.
a flood movie? Like
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's good.
It's called
not
it's
Noah?
called Noah.
I was gonna say it's not Noah. Like,
It's like a mom and her family or whatever, and they were on vacation. They get hit by a tsunami wave, and they have to find each other. It's a pretty good movie.
Yeah, it's a really good movie.
What's the one that was kind of like it tanked? It didn't do well. But there's two girls that are atop this like really tall tower.
Oh.
What's that called? They have to like. I don't know if they climb it
What,
to
Day After
change.
Tomorrow? Day After
That's on
Tomorrow?
our list. Yeah.
Day After Tomorrow.
Day After Tomorrow. But this movie is not a disaster movie, but it's like I don't know. It's in the same vein.
They're
Like,
climbing the tower for some reason, and they get
what are they
stuck
climbing
up
over? They have to change the light bulb or something.
like that, and they get stuck up there. That's
And the two women get stuck.
kind
up
of, kind of the same concept as
what?
Fall. Yeah.
Yes, the ladder breaks.
No way.
And so they're stuck up there.
You know, when I first heard about this movie, it reminded me of the one with the shark when they get stuck down
Why don't you
at the
just
bottom.
call for
With
your
the-
cell phone and be like, hey, I'm stuck.
Didn't work.
There's all
Yeah.
They had
Can somebody
Sprint.
build a ladder for me?
The Sprint.
They had
Dang it.
Sprint. And now they regret it.
They climbed a cell tower.
The family wondered why they weren't there for Thanksgiving.
That's not always how it works because I was in Colorado at the Continental Divide, and that's where like all of the towers are, and you still have full bars.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm buying your tower.
The Core. That's a good one. Yeah, that's coming up. We're going to have a movie about that. Zombie movies qualify, I think.
Dude, zombies, yeah.
Like
Have you done just a zombie themed
No.
podcast?
No.
That's another great
I feel like
podcast.
that could go in a category all its own.
100%. Zombies would be one of it, like its own shtick, for sure.
Yeah. I agree with you a little bit. I think we did kind of talk about that.
Well, a little bit.
I mean, if you look at them
we
all
could
right there,
fully
you've
do it
got
like around
28
Hall,
Days
yeah,
Later,
yeah.
World War Z, Dawn of the Dead. You got so many Zombie Land.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you got so many zombies.
I Am Legend, the sequel to I Am Legend, still coming out.
Yeah, and then the other one, the other thing probably coming up here soon is also mobster movies.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, crazy.
gosh.
That's going to go.
Capone.
All kinds of, yeah. So that, I mean, we definitely have a bunch of topics we're going to go here.
For
Oh,
sure.
Book of Eli.
Fantastic movie.
Yeah.
That is a great
That's
movie.
a solid one for disaster.
That will fall under disaster and biblical.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, what is happening in the theaters now, though? We already talked about Snow White and the fall of Disney. But Disney last year, part of Disney is Marvel, and they are trying to right the ship. Last year, they only released one movie in the MCU that was Deadpool and Wolverine. This year, much more wide open. Fantastic Four is coming out in a few months. Thunderbolts is coming out in a few days. That one should be really fun. And then I think there's a third one later that's coming out this year. I can't remember if there's another one,
I
but
think they're doing another thing of She-Hulk.
no, they're not. Shut up. They did do Daredevil though.
Yeah,
Daredevil season came out.
Yeah.
I'm halfway through that.
Is it?
It's pretty good.
Is it?
It's
Is
good.
It good? Okay.
It's very good with the fight scenes are like a level up because it's Disney and they can pay the money to make it happen.
I haven't got back to Disney Plus yet because I was waiting until it had more shows I wanted to watch.
Well, that one just finished, so you can go watch Daredevil. But Fantastic Four, they've tried this several times. I'm excited about this.
So it's like what, the third or fourth one?
This is the third iteration.
Okay.
Well, it's fourth technically if you don't count the TV show they did in the 90s. But man, the way they have the Thing looking is so comic accurate, and it's about time. Like it's not hard to make that look like the Thing. Look at how accurate the Thing is.
That's awesome.
That's so good.
I think that's the problem with the last movies were they were trying to make
realism.
Too
realism.
Like look at that one there.
Like too realistic.
And then the 2005 Fantastic Fours, which I heard a rumor that they're going to make an appearance in this new Fantastic Four because they're messing with the multiverse things. I think that this new one is spot on. What it is for me, Pedro Pascal and Vanessa Kirby, like they look like a family.
Mm-hmm.
Like they really look like they care. And the dynamic of the family.
From The Last of Us.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, he's in a lot of things. He's the Mandalorian.
Yeah.
But see, he's red hot right now.
I have an unpopular opinion.
Go ahead.
I do not like Pedro Pascal as Mr. Fantastic.
I don't like his mustache. I hate that they let him keep his mustache.
I don't think that he looks anything like Mr. Fantastic.
I don't think so either. Like
I was really rooting for Jim from The Office.
They had Jim, and then they completely ruined it.
Yeah. They used him, which means they can come back and use him again.
Yeah,
so hold on to that.
Yeah, it's just embarrassing that, I don't know, the smartest man in the world gives away everyone's powers immediately to Wanda.
Yeah, that is what you would call a plot hole. But you can thank Sam Raimi for that. He's notorious for not caring about plots.
Yeah, I wish they would have stuck with him on that one, though, because I just think he fits the role way better than Pedro Pascal.
How are we doing on time there, Rudy?
We got...
Yeah, okay. All right. We're kind of wrapping it up, though, what's coming up. So beyond Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four, still the biggest news in Marvel right now is that Tony Stark is apparently Dr. Doom as well. So that's going to be insane. I don't even know how they're going to make that work. There is precedent for that in the comics, though. So the new Avengers is going to be the big bad is going to be Dr. Doom, which ties into Fantastic Four. Yep.
Yeah.
So it should be very, very interesting.
So Tony Stark is Dr. Doom?
In another universe.
Okay.
Interesting.
Tony Stark takes a different path, and he ends up being Doom. So that's the storyline they're going to go. Okay. He ends up being God Doom, which like he I think it's setting up Battle World, which just makes me giddy. I'm so excited for that because you're finally going to see, because it's different universes, you're going to be able to see superheroes just get blasted.
Yeah.
And I hope they do it. What scares me is they had a chance to do that in What If, and they have been so hesitant. Even in a cartoon, it's a cartoon. It's okay. Let them perish. It'll be all right. So I'm a little weary that they're gonna like water it down, but maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised because I thought Deadpool versus Wolverine, I thought it was real heavy on Carnage, and I hope that they continue that. So the other side of the aisle is Superman. The Superman is the new reboot. James Gunn's DC reboot is going to start with this new Superman. I'm scared. I love Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor, but I'm definitely afraid of this new Superman. The almost feminine quality that he has. Yeah. Like I'm not a big fan. Like he needs to be. We had such a good Superman.
Dude, I was saying,
already.
Like, pull up the what was the guy that played
Henry?
Yes,
Henry Cavill.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Henry Cavill is Superman.
Dude, he is Superman. Like,
yeah,
he is the embodiment of Superman.
Well,
Yeah.
good
Oh
news
my
if you like
gosh,
Henry
dude.
Cavill. There's rumors that he will be the next Bond,
Okay.
which I could get behind.
I'll get behind that, but he needs to be Superman. That's like that.
You can't give
He
him
was
every
born for
franchise,
Superman.
Taylor. Can't give him every franchise.
Listen, he was already Superman.
That's what The Rock did. They started to give The Rock every franchise known to man, and then he ruined it.
That guy was born for this role.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jumanji? Smolder.
Yeah, Smolder.
Okay. Mission Impossible, what we think might be the last one, Last Reckoning.
Number 13,
that
Mission
should
Impossible
be
13.
should be good because I like the first part.
Yeah.
The live action Lilo and Stitch looks really
Dude,
really
Lilo
good.
and Stitch looks great.
That looks
Speaking of
good.
Disney movies,
That looks good.
That actually looks really
Finally,
good.
a reboot that I can get behind.
Like a live action.
I
like,
can get
that's
behind.
finally like, thank you Disney for like just sticking to the freaking story.
Yeah,
And not making it like this whole
and having the actress not say a whole lot of things off camera.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Like not pandering. Thank you.
And last one for me, Tron Air Race. Like they're gonna have the third installment of Tron, which finally it's about time. We'll see. Jared Leto is in it, and apparently the computers are loose in the real world. So I'm really excited.
That'd be interesting.
Really excited to see this movie. So that's my list of things that are coming this year. These are all 2025 movies coming out. So after a down year, I'm super glad to see blockbuster big movies are coming back this year.
Yeah.
So
Any
you're
big
talking
golf
about
flicks?
going to
Just
Happy Gilmore 2.
There it
That's
is.
the only one I care about. That'll be coming out.
Else.
Any last thoughts before we get out of here?
All this talk about golf makes me want to go.
I'm
hit
ready.
The links.
Yeah.
I'm ready. At least let's get the snorkel. We'll get some balls
100%.
in the water.
Like if anything, like let me go collect. Like at least a half year supply of balls.
Yes.
I'll bring a 6-pack. I'll bring some music.
Okay.
I'll drive. You guys swing.
Sound like you're prepared.
I'm ready.
Okay. Well, until next time, thanks for watching as always. I want to thank my guests, Jesse and Taylor, for coming by.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
It'll be a blasty every time we get out here. So we want to do it again soon. See you next time.